A very good morning, student. Today, let me start physics class from your fourth lesson. The topic is methods of producing induced EMF. Methods of producing induced EMF. How many methods to produce the induced EMF? This is a question. So, this is very important. 3-mark question. Listen carefully. Introduction is electromotive force is the characteristics of any energy source capable of driving electric charge around a circuit. So when the flow of charge passing through the circuit which is produced the magnetic field, that means moving charge which produce magnetic field. We have already learnt that is not actually a force. It is a work done in moving unit electric charge around the circuit. It is measured in joules per coulomb or volt. Some examples of energy source which provides EMF are electrochemical cells, thermoelectric devices, solar cells and electrical generators. Of these, electrical generator are most powerful machines. They are used for large scale power generation. The next, according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, an EMF is induced in a circuit when the magnetic flux linked with it changes. This EMF is called induced EMF. The magnitude of the induced EMF is given by. So, do you know the Faraday's law? EMF is induced in the circuit when the magnetic flux linked with it changes. Whenever magnetic flux changes with the circuit, the induced EMF is produced in the circuit. So, this is the statement of Faraday's law. According to the Faraday's law, epsilon is equal to d phi b divided by dt. Already we know the formula for the magnetic flux. Phi b is nothing but Ba cos theta. Just substituting the value, we obtained epsilon is equal to d by dt Ba cos theta. Here, Ba cos theta is nothing but from the above equation, it is clear that induced EMF can be produced by changing magnetic flux in any of the following waves. So, 3 important points. So, this is the very important 2-mark question. Method of producing induced EMF based on the by changing the magnetic field B, then by changing the area A of the coil, and by changing the relative orientation theta of the coil with magnetic field. So, once again repeat. Here, by changing the magnetic field B, then by changing the area A of the coil, and this is the orientation, changing the relative orientation of the coil with magnetic field. First method is induction of EMF by changing the magnetic field. From Faraday's experiment on electromagnetic induction, it was discovered that an EMF is induced in a circuit on changing the magnetic flux of the field through it. The change in flux is brought about by relative motion between the circuit and the magnet. First experiment, variation in current flowing through the nearby coil. Second experiment. So, once again repeat. Faraday's experiment on electromagnetic. It was discovered that EMF is induced in a circuit on changing the magnetic flux of the field through it. So, the magnet which is placed nearby the coil. So, magnet is changing the position towards to the coil, then away from the coil. The magnetic flux linked with the coil will be changes. So, the change in magnetic flux produce the induced EMF in the coil. So, change in flux is brought about by relative motion between the circuit and the magnet. So first experiment. Second experiment is variation in current flowing through the nearby coil. That is the second experiment. The next step, induction of EMF by changing the area of the coil. So consider a conducting rod. This is the conducting rod. Length is L. Moving with the velocity V. Moving with the velocity V with respect to time taken towards to the left side on the rectangular metallic frame. This is the rectangular metallic framework as shown in the figure. The whole arrangement is placed in the uniform magnetic field. This cross line indicated the uniform magnetic field B vector, whose magnetic lines are perpendicular to the directed into the plane of the paper. So this is perpendicular, the magnetic field acting perpendicular to the plane of the paper. So as the rod moves from AB to DC, so here the rod moves towards to left hand side, from AB to DC, the area will be decreases. So area enclosed by the loop and hence the magnetic flux through a loop decreases. So what happened? The change in the magnetic flux in the time dt is d phi b is equal to, already we know the formula, B a cos theta. Here B into change in area. Change in area is nothing but ABCD. So area ABCD. B into area ABCD. So area of the rectangular is nothing but length into breadth. Length L, breadth is nothing but V dt. Just substituting the value, we obtain B into L into V dt. So d phi b dt, d phi by dt is equal to phi b. Already we know the formula of d phi b. D phi b is nothing but BLV dt. BLV dt divided by dt cancel, remaining term BLV. As a result of change in flux and EMF is generated in the loop, the magnitude of the induced EMF is epsilon is equal to d phi by d divided by dt is nothing but epsilon is equal to BLV. This EMF is called motional EMF. So the direction of the induced current is found to be clockwise from Fleming right hand rule. Clockwise from Fleming right hand rule. So the next topic is the third step, induction of EMF by changing relative orientation of the coil with the magnetic field. So induction of EMF by changing relative orientation of the coil with the magnetic field. So consider the rectangular coil. This is the rectangular coil of n turns kept in uniform magnetic field. This is the uniform magnetic field. The coil rotates in anti-clockwise direction with an angular velocity omega about an axis perpendicular to the field. What happened? At the time t is equal to 0, the plane of the coil is perpendicular to the field and the flux linked with the coil. The flux means number of magnetic lines of force passing through the given area. Flux linked with the coil as its maximum value, phi m is equal to BA, where A is the area of the coil. In a time t seconds, the coil is rotated through an angle theta is equal to omega t. Theta is equal to omega t in anti-clockwise direction. What happened? In this position, the flux linked is phi m cos omega t. A component of phi m is normal to the plane of the coil. Here, normal to the plane of the coil. The component parallel to the plane phi m sin omega t has no role in electromagnetic induction. Therefore, the flux linkage at this deflected position is n phi b is equal to number of turns in the magnetic flux is equal to n phi b is nothing but phi m cos omega t. According to the Faraday's law, the EMF induced at that instant is, here this is the position of the rectangular coil. Epsilon is equal to minus d by dt into n phi b, because n d phi b divided by dt. Phi b is considered as n phi b. N phi b means number of turns in the coil. So minus d divided by dt, n phi b is nothing but phi m cos omega t. Already we know the value of phi b. Phi b is nothing but phi m cos omega t. Just substituting. Differentiate this term, we obtained n is the constant. So remove the constant. D phi m cos omega divided by dt is nothing but minus sin omega t. Omega t, differentiate this term, omega t is nothing but omega. So minus n phi m minus sin omega t into omega. Minus into minus plus. So the equation can be written as n phi m omega sin omega t. So when the coil is rotated through 90 degree, so this is 90 degree, rotated through 90 degree, it produces maximum EMF. So that means sin omega t is equal to 1. Then the maximum value of induced EMF is psi m is equal to n phi m. Sin omega t is nothing but 1. So n phi m omega. So here phi m is nothing but BA, magnetic field into area. So epsilon m is equal to NBA omega. So just substituting the value phi m, the equation can be written as NBA omega. Then therefore the value of the induced EMF at that instant is then given by epsilon is equal to epsilon m sin omega t, because already we know the formulas. Epsilon m is nothing but NBA omega. Here substituting the value NBA omega is nothing but psi m. So that is why epsilon is equal to epsilon m into sin omega t. It is seen that the induced EMF varies as sine function of the time angle omega t. The graph between induced EMF and the time angle for one rotation of the coil will be sine curve. This is sine curve, one complete rotation of the coil. Sine curve and the EMF varying in this manner is called sinusoidal EMF of or alternating EMF. If this alternating voltage is given to the closed circuit, yes, sinusoidally varying current flows in it. This current is called alternating current and is given by I is equal to Im sin omega t, where Im is the maximum value of induced current. This is very, very important 3-mark question. Method of producing induced EMF. There are 3 methods to produce the induced EMF. First method is by changing the magnetic field. B, by changing. Second one is by changing the area A of the coil. And third one is by changing the relative orientation of the coil with magnetic field. Thank you very much, children.